Okay. All right. We got ourselves a volunteer. I think. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome.
Yeah. Could you introduce yourself to the audience?
This is G4 Fan, TCM, whatever you want to call me. This is him speaking right now.
Hey. Um, how's it going?
So, black and white. That was fun.
Yep. Um. So, what was your first Sasuke?
It was a Ninja Warrior format. I can't remember if it had to be between 14 and 16 because I've been watching since the Black Box graphic era. So, I've been
Yeah.
watching this longer than I thought. Hello, everyone. I've seen the chat box saying hi.
Hey. Yeah. Yeah. I remember. You can't. I cannot find like anything from that era anymore.
I found the yellow title screen in a random Google image.
Yeah, that's the only
So,
thing I can find. I can't find the actual like graphics they used to use.
yeah. There has to be a picture somewhere because I remember seeing one, but like I never took a chance to save it.
Yeah. Should have saved any sort of recordings I had back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh well. So, what would you? What obstacle, would you say has been the most surprising to see for this competition that you know of?
I think the one that shocked me the most probably had to be the backstream, the swimming tank obstacle.
Understandable.
Yeah. But like for different reasons because I wasn't one who was who necessarily had a negative reaction to it. Seeing it in video, I actually like the placement of it, how large it was, and it brings me to this point where I am most wondering about the time limit for stage two
Yeah.
because that tank is fairly large, and not to mention you're swimming against the current. So I would imagine that they would have the competitors at a reasonably lenient time limit for a first time obstacle like that.
Yeah. That. Yeah, it's kind of like what they did when the salmon ladder was first introduced. It was just it'd probably be a lot um, you know, longer time limit than usual.
Yeah.
Um, but trying to, I've asked everyone else this, so why not? Who are you looking forward to seeing?
Aside from the All Stars, obviously, probably the Shinsadai. Like we all know, it's the All Stars is his last tournament.
Yeah.
But this is supposedly the new guys carrying the next era, and I think it's interesting that they implemented Asa to the mix, considering he's only been in 2 tournaments.
Yeah,
Um,
that was interesting.
and like I love the guy; he's one of my favorite competitors. But I guess they see some kind of charisma in him that maybe they don't see in other potential next era competitors. Because like in the chat room, we were all wondering why Koji wasn't mentioned among the four. Like we saw him in the Navi being, conversing with the other Shinsenai, but he's, I guess, officially bumped out of being a member of the Shinsenai.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, that is, I guess it's kind of like, this isn't the best, comparison, but like when they made the All Stars, Nagano had only made it to the third stage once.
That's true.
So it's not like he had like a history of success. So it could just be a whole, they see something in him, or it could just be the whole personality thing because he is very, very dedicated. to doing well on the course.
And also, Arsena makes a good point in the chat box in which she said that Kano is already the gymnast of the group.
True.
And so, since Koji is a gymnast slash personal trainer, I guess I really don't want to be repeating any sort of niches.
Mm. Well, they could just say that Kano is a janitor at a pachinko shop instead. They'll play that. They can play that card.
To me, he seems more the Yamada of the group, only because of his just his lack of luck since 23. But that's just me.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder how well he would have done last time had he not had a hurt shoulder.
If he had gotten past the balance tank, I could see him potentially clearing stage 3. But and then I'm just basing that off of him hanging out with guys like Yuji and Rio, who obviously know how to train on the obstacle, and as evidenced by their beating it in one shot.
Right. Yeah. My mind's starting to draw a blank with all this. What? If there was one obstacle you would like to see return, because we're seeing returning obstacles now, what do you think would be a good obstacle to bring back?
This is complete bias speaking, but the circle slider, because it never really got a fair chance to show itself off. Like it had gotten plenty of failures. Even Nagano failed it in 25, but it seems like one of those obstacles where it's a good idea, but because of the success or because of various ideas floating around, it's only used as a placeholder obstacle, which for me sucks because it's my favorite obstacle of all time.
Oh, okay. That's a fair thing to say. At first, when you first said circle slider, I immediately thought of Sasuke 17 circle slider from stage 1.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I wouldn't either. Definitely because it seemed a lot easier than the 25 one.
It was different track. Also, I think it was a springboard obstacle, and you don't see a lot of springboard obstacles in Sasuke.
No, you don't. The only other one I honestly can't think of any others besides the circle slider and the giant swing when it got converted to a springboard obstacle. 27.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Because they should probably incorporate springboards in it more, just because it's so different from trampolines.
Yeah.
Be nice to see.
And I think that's the reason Akiyama. Well, that is the reason Akiyama failed the circle slider.
Yeah.
Because it's a much different beast, so to speak.
Right. Wish I had a big list of generic questions. What would here's a thought. Do you think that when you look at the current crop of Americans, who have ran the Japanese course and are who did well on American Ninja Warrior, do you think that we would ever see an American in the Japanese finals of Sasuke? Because it seems like there's still like an opportunity for Americans to be on the show.
I would love for there to be an American in the Japanese final stage. Maybe we would have done it with David had he not slipped on a final ledge. But the door is definitely open for an American to reach the final. It just all depends on getting them there in the first place to Japan, much less getting to stage 3 in order to try to beat it.
Right. Yeah. Sounds fair. And for the record, for the chat, I am aware of Kane of being an American. I'm referring to the current American competitors.
Yeah, I used to be one of those guys on the forum who would try to correct people and saying Americans because of Kane, but I've let it drop now because one, it's been so long since Kane has showed up, and two, what with the current group of Americans, it seems like there's now more of a chance than ever to
Yeah.
see success past the third stage cliffhanger.
Yeah. Uh, um. Travis. Travis and Schlater passed the cliffhanger, right?
Yeah, he and Kane were the only two Americans to do it.
Yeah. I actually that's a good question. If Travis hadn't slipped on the pipe slider the way he did in Sasuke 4, do you think we would have had dual winners that season?
I gut reaction says no.
Okay. Fair enough.
That like he obviously has the strength, but I don't know if he would have the form to pull it off.
Right, right. And obviously there's the jump with the pipe slider also that we'll never know if he'll actually that's actually didn't I might not have to I'm gonna have to retract that statement because I don't remember what happened after he slipped off the pipe because G4 cut it.
Yeah, I actually don't know whether what happened. Whether I would imagine they just forced him to fall in because that's not exactly a spot you can
Yeah,
recover from without getting wet.
I'd have to refresh my memory on that one because I don't remember. I don't remember exactly what happened. I know he was DQ'd. I just don't remember um, what happened afterwards because they never showed it on the G4 version.
Apparently, according to Ryder, he climbed his way back to the rest bar.
Okay,
Yeah, apparently he just kept going.
he kept going. All right.
So that's cool. Like you learn something new every day. That's cool to hear. But yeah, I don't think he would have won, even if he had beaten stage three.
Mm. Would have been nice to see him attempt it, but oh well.
That's just the nature of Sasuke.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of things you'd like to see happen, but just didn't. Um. So. Um. With the All Stars ending.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? Obviously, we have like new stars and new stuff like that. Do you think there'll be like even more like new stars who are joining this like sort of group of people?
Um, I would like to think so, which is probably well. I don't know why he decided to make an additions process for Rising, but I like to think that the additions process was to potentially see if they could have new people to promote. Because like we saw Okayama had auditioned, but for whatever reason, whether he had made it but couldn't make the taping or he just was cut entirely. I, basically what I'm saying is I think that's why they made the auditions process to try to get new stars to promote in addition to everyone else.
Whoa.
Conrad in the North Face designed.
Yeah, I got an ad that popped up on my stream. Third one in like 10 minutes.
Can you mute the ad? By any chance? I don't know because I don't get ads. It's my show. They don't put ads on me.
Like you do.
Okay, good. Well, at least looks like the North Face just got some free promotion, so good for them.
Speaking of free shameless promotion, there's a farm game coming back.
Oh, what is it?
There too. It's in the spam board. Sign-ups are now. Sign up if you can.
Big.
I'd love to.
You said Big Brother 2?
Yeah.
Big Brother 2.
Hosting the Big Brother 2 forum game. It's been about a year since I've hosted, so I kind of want to get back into it.
All right. And since we're shamelessly promoting games, if any of you haven't entered the Sasuke guessing game, you should, because it's a lot of fun, and I like it when people enter my games. And also, I'm giving away copies of Retro City Rampage to the winner and one random person who enters. So that'd be fun.
I'll be honest, in terms of the guessing game, I've been trying to purposely get last without, giving a joke entry in, and that's probably why I went from third to like 16th, and then even lower than that.
I have never. I've extended the deadline of the guessing game because the Navi already happened and other reasons, but I do so poorly at my own guessing game. The best I ever done was 10th place, and that was in the first guessing game where there was only 12 people. So if I ever win, I don't think anyone could reasonably accuse me of cheating, because if I would cheat, I probably would have done it already.
Yeah, that's true. And I've been in a few of them myself now. And the three consecutive ones that I was in before my fall off, I had to win up 3 spots each time. So I had gotten 10th, and then I had gotten 6th, and then I had gotten 3rd. So logic should have dictated I was going to win the very next one, but then I just had a bad entry and haven't been able to touch the top 10 since.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? It's just unpredictable, really.
Yeah.
Especially tournaments like this where there's such drastic changes. We really,
Yeah.
It's a lot of luck.
Definitely agree with that. Although each time I have gotten one surprising prediction correct. So hopefully I can continue that streak. Like with the 26 guessing game, I just randomly said Kano was going to fill the Rolling Escargot, and he just so happened to do so. So it's kind of happy I predicted that, but we'll see what happens.
All right, that's cool. All right, so we're gonna try to get some more people. It's starting to get a little late, so thank you for joining us.
Pleasure to be here.
Yes. I hope you enjoy Sasuke 27 next week. And good luck on the guessing game, and thank you for joining us. Have a nice night, and enjoy the rest of the live show.
You too. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Goodbye. All right. Rising. Yes, I know. Okay. Rising. Sasuke Rising. I mean, to be fair, most of the Sasukes weren't called Sasuke whatever number it whatever it is, just, Oh, I said 27? Oh. Well, then it's just because I'm an idiot. Who haven't... Anyway. Stop correcting me, Arsenet. You're making me look bad. Let's pretend people don't realize I'm wrong. Is there anyone else who wants to go who hasn't gone yet? I'm trying to remember who hasn't been on yet. Oh. Alright, that's part of the problem. I'm looking at the wrong list. Called that person. Called that person. I'm gonna call that person. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna see if this person wants to be on. Oh. Hold on. I'm trying receiving a message. Seeing. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Person who I'm currently talking to getting headphones. Um, so, um, one thing I didn't mention is that back in August, I went to New Jersey to the Warrior Lab, um, where they were having their second Pro Ninja Warrior weekend, and it was a lot of fun. Just seeing so many different people like David Campbell, Ryan Stratus, James McGrath, Evan Dollar, and many, 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 many more people. Drew Dressel, many more people. That was a lot of fun. Um, it was just really cool to like just being able to meet these people was worth the price of admission to me. But also like the learning experience, the Q&A, they all came across as genuinely nice people, and this was like my first time getting to try a lot of these obstacles that they had, and it was a learning experience. You know, not I don't know when the next one is, but I do know they have like regular competitions on the at their location. I did pretty crappy, to be honest. Wasn't in the best shape. I'm getting better. I'll say that. I'm definitely not in the proper shape yet to be like a serious American Ninja Warrior competitor, but it was it was a learning experience, and I think that's what I got the most out of it. It was a lot of fun. What was really funny is that like James McGrath and I got into like this weird conversation about Highlander and the entire Highlander franchise. That was that was fun. Okay. Ryder just sent me a message asking me if he can make one small point. I'm going to let him, and as I'm waiting for the next person, I'm going to quickly let him on. Quickly. But in regards to fitness, I do have more weight to lose. Hey, Ryder, how's it going?
Hey.
What's that one point that you want
to make?
Okay.
I forgot to mention, I still think that despite the first one being easier, I think that there will still be plenty of fails on the Niran Soidatsu. I mean, we saw that run in the Navi of Hoshikawa Taiga, I think his name was, but he just got off the first one on one side and then had no clue what he was doing on the second one and then just timed out. So I'm thinking that the first one isn't going to be as much of a help to some people as it can be. That was just the point I wanted to make.
Alright, good point. That's it? Good. Time's up. Thanks for calling. Goodbye. Alright. That was easy. Next person. Hello. Whoa. You are coming very low to me. Yeah, you gotta increase your mic volume because my speakers are at max right now. Louder. Jeez. Try, yeah, I can barely hear you, they can barely hear you. Um, try maxim. I don't know if. Are you looking at the settings for Skype? Yeah, go to tools. Um, options. Yeah, go to tools options, and then you want to go to audio settings, and just scroll up your volume thing, and hopefully we'll be able to get something better. You're still coming in very faint. Wow, that is you. That is really. I can barely hear you. Um. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say because You're coming in very quietly and can't really have a conversation when I can't hear you.
Oh,
Oh,
I got a little bit.
that's a little bit better. Is there a way to get for you to get it higher?
I don't know. I have it the max. I have the max. I don't know if the deal with that.
Huh. Okay, here's a quick question. Is your microphone plugged in all the way?
I don't know. It comes with the computer.
Huh.
Like it comes with the computer, so that like.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'd hate to do this, but like, I'm really sorry, but we can't. We can't. I can barely hear you, and like, I don't know. Like, I guess we'll go to a different person. We'll if I guess my suggestion would be try to like, just going to like your computer settings and just seeing if you can adjust stuff to be louder with your microphone. But while you're figuring that out, we'll try going to someone else. Is that okay?
Alright. Sounds good. I'll take that.
Yeah, yeah. See if you can get that worked out. Because I would like to have you on the show, but it's just we can't hear you. Yeah. All right. Sort that out, and if you think it gets better, send me a message. All right. Yeah, we're gonna move on. Sorry about that. Yeah. See if there's anyone in the chat who can give suggestions. Let us know. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to quickly stop the recording.